Hello, how are you doing today? You're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. And if you are a returning subscriber, you've been watching some of our videos here, then you are a real MVP. You're welcome. Thank you for coming back and back and back again. So today I want to talk about the generalization we give to people, individuals, whether children or adults with autism. If you have met somebody, either a child or an adult with autism, then you've met only one person with autism. Let's stop the generalization and the conclusion that all autistic children or all autistic individuals are like this. Believe me, you don't know the struggles, the trauma, how do I want to place it now? The struggle and the trauma, the insecurities, the low self-esteem, the feeling of inadequacy that come with being autistic. You don't know, except you have experienced it or you have a close relative, a close person that is autistic beside you. Do you understand? So the generalization makes it harder for these individuals, especially children, to express themselves, to be themselves when they are being stereotyped. For example, if you see somebody with autism, an autistic person, and you say, oh, all autistic children or all autistic people are not verbal, they don't talk. And you see an autistic child or adult that is so verbal, expressing his or herself, and you are like, no, you are not autistic. If you are autistic, you are not supposed to be verbal. And some people, I don't know how they do it, but they are so insensitive to the extent that they walk up to these people and say, no, you're not autistic. If you're autistic, you're not supposed to be able to talk. Or that means you are not... See, autism is a spectrum. The way it's going to affect child A or individual A is so different from the way it's going to affect individual B. You have autistic people that are very successful in their careers. You have autistic people that are so verbal that you won't even know that they are autistic. You have so many of them with different traits, different characters, different attitude, and it's so the spectrum is so wide that the study is still going on. The study is still going on. So when you see people with autism or autistic people, they are not with autism. Autism is not something that you carry like a bag. So they don't have autism. They are autistic. It is who they are. It is what defines their individuals. It is how they are being made, how they are built. And it is not their fault. They didn't create themselves that way. Most of the time, they didn't like the way they are, but they've come to accept it because that is the reality of their lives. And by people being stereotyped, by labeling, by putting them in a corner, it makes it harder for them to be who they are, to express themselves, to just be normal in the society. Yeah, we are supposed to behave in a certain way. There are some behavior that is expected from somebody that is 17, 18, 19-year-old. So there are some behaviors that are expected from a child that is 6, 7, 8-year-old. If the person is autistic, you are going to be experiencing or seeing something different from what is expected. Trust me, autism affects every part of the person's life. Every part. And if there is no adequate support, if the people around them are not understanding enough, if they are not supportive, it's going to make life harder for these children. Adults can mask it. They can use bold face, they can use aggression to mask a lot of these things. But for children, it's not like that. They are so vulnerable that our support and understanding is so important that without it, they will struggle. They will struggle a lot. So if you have autistic people around you, if you notice that, oh, this person behave differently, instead of just castigating and stereotyping and labeling, why don't you seek to understand? Why don't you ask questions? And the fact that you know someone with autism does not mean you have experienced every other person with autism. Trust me, what each individual presents is so different. What they present is different. You may see someone that is so fixated on chewing something that is not food. Anything that is not food, that's what the person loves eating. You may see another person that is so, I don't want to use some terms that you won't understand, but when you see them, you notice that something is off. When you see those behaviors, it is time for your understanding cap to be put on. That's when you need to put on your understanding cap, your supportive cap. That's when you need to put it on. Because these people, they have struggles, they have insecurities that you cannot even begin to fathom as a normal person. If you are normal, you think these people are abnormal. But in their own sense, in their own right, they are normal people. They are just like us. Just that their brains work in a different way. That's just it. Their brain works in different ways. And we cannot fully understand it if we don't have the knowledge or seek the knowledge to understand these people. So when you meet autistic people around you, be supportive, have understanding, give them room, be accommodating, okay? Except they have destructive attitude or they are showing signs of disruptive behavior. That's when you need to seek additional help, because you wouldn't want yourself to be injured. You don't want people, even around them, to be injured. So that's when it's time to seek additional help. Okay? So I will talk about autism and cognitive behaviors, a lot of other behaviors, other neurological situations in the next video. Till I come your way again, I am Tammy. I am your public health advocate. When you see these people or children especially, root for them, support them, encourage them, because they are going through struggles that you don't have an idea about. Okay? I'll see you in some other videos. Bye.